I kept telling myself I was fine, but I knew I wasn't the moment I walked into that cafe. The bell over the door rang and I heard Lena's laugh before I even saw her. I froze because her laugh never sounded that warm with me. When I looked up, I saw her sitting with Ryan, their hands locked like they had been together for years. My chest tightened so hard I almost forgot how to breathe. I whispered, "You've got to be kidding me." They didn't hear me. Ryan leaned closer to her and said, "You're glowing tonight." Lena giggled and touched his arm. My stomach twisted and I stepped toward them before I could talk myself out of it. "Lena," I said, my voice cracking, "what is this?" She looked up like she barely recognized me. "Ethan, why are you here?" "Because you said you were working late," I said. Ryan's smirk made my hands clench. "Man, relax," he said. "We just came to talk." "Holding hands? Laughing like that?" I asked. Lena sighed like I was ruining her night. "Ethan, we need to stop pretending," she said. My heart sank. "Pretending what?" She swallowed. "We were never right. I just didn't know how to end it." Ryan squeezed her hand like he owned her. I felt the room tilt. "So this is real?" I asked. "You're choosing him?" Lena's eyes went cold. "Ethan, we're done. I never loved you like that." The words hit harder than anything in my life. I whispered, "I gave you everything." "And I didn't ask for it," she said. Ryan stood up. "You should go, man." My hand shook. "You planned this? Both of you?" Ryan smiled. "Maybe we just figured things out sooner." I felt something in me break. "I trusted you," I said to both of them. Lena looked away. "I'm sorry you feel bad, but this is better for us." My voice fell to a whisper. "So I meant nothing?" She didn't answer. Ryan wrapped his arm around her and pulled her closer. I stepped back, shaking. "You two deserve each other." Lena whispered something to Ryan and he laughed like I was a joke. I turned around and walked out before my legs collapsed. Outside, the cold air hit my face and I grabbed my phone with shaking hands. I called Mia. She picked up fast. "Ethan? What's wrong?" My voice broke. They were together. Lena and Ryan. Mia gasped. "Come home. Please. Right now." I stared at the cafe door and whispered, "I'm done being weak." Mia said, "Ethan, just tell me where you are. I'll come get you." I shook my head even though she couldn't see me. "No. I need to walk." "Then talk to me while you do," she said softly. I stepped onto the sidewalk. Cars passed, but everything felt quiet. "I don't get it," I said. "How could she move on that fast?" Mia breathed out slowly. "People like her don't love Ethan. They take." I wiped my eyes. "But I gave her everything I had." "And she didn't deserve any of it," Mia said. I walked past a closed shop and kicked a stone across the road. "She said she never loved me," I whispered. Mia's voice cracked. She lied. "People don't stay with someone for years if they feel nothing." I slowed down. "Then why did it look so easy for her?" "Because she doesn't have a heart like yours," Mia said. "And that's on her, not you." I stopped near the streetlight and looked up at the sky. I barely slept after that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw Lena's face, heard Ryan's laugh, and felt my chest tighten all over again. In the morning, Mia knocked on my door and said, "Ethan, please talk to me." I lay there staring at the ceiling and whispered, "I'm fine." She opened the door anyway. "You're not fine," she said. "I just need space," I told her. She sat on the edge of my bed. "You can't keep everything inside." "Then what do you want me to say? That I feel like I can't breathe?" I asked. Mia nodded softly. "Yes, I want you to say something." But I couldn't. So she left a cup of tea beside me and said, "I'm here when you're ready." At work, the whispers hit me before I even reached my desk. "Did you hear?" Ethan snapped. No wonder she left him. I clenched my jaw and kept walking. When I sat down, Oliver rolled his chair toward me. "Dude, what's going on?" he asked. "You heard the rumors?" I said. "Yeah, but I don't trust rumors," he replied. I rubbed my forehead. "Lena and Ryan. They blindsided me." Oliver's eyes widened. "So it's true? They're together?" I gave a humorless laugh. They were holding hands like a couple of teenagers. Oliver looked toward the break room. "That explains why Ryan's been running his mouth." "What's he saying now?" I asked. "That you got possessive and unstable," Oliver said. I felt anger rise in my throat. "Of course he is." Oliver leaned in. "Look, there's something you should know. Ryan's been talking to Lena for months. I think he wanted her before you even realized it." My stomach dropped. "Months?" Oliver nodded. "I overheard him bragging about how he was wearing her down." I pressed my hands together. So this wasn't a mistake. It was planned. "I'm sorry, man," he said. "I didn't know how to tell you." I stared at my computer screen, unable to focus. "I feel stupid." "You're not stupid," Oliver said. "You're loyal." "They used that." I shook my head. "I should have seen it." "Don't blame yourself," he said. "Anyone could fall for lies like theirs." I leaned back in my chair. "I feel like everything in my life just collapsed." Oliver crossed his arms. "Then let's rebuild it. One step at a time." I exhaled slowly. "I don't know if I can." "You don't have to do it alone," he said. Just then Mia texted, "Eat something. Please." I stared at the message and whispered, "I'm trying." Oliver glanced at me. "Was that your sister?" "Yeah. She's worried." "Let her be," he said. "You need people right now." I looked at him and finally said, "Then stay close, okay?" He nodded. "Always." For the first time that day, I felt a small crack of light inside me. It wasn't hope, not yet, but it was something that kept me from falling apart completely just for now. I had barely settled at my desk when Clara stepped out of her office and said, "Ethan, inside. Now." Her tone made my stomach twist. I followed her in and she closed the door behind me. "Sit," she said. Saturday, what happened?" Clara folded her arms. "Lena filed a complaint against you." My throat tightened. "A complaint for what?" "She claims you emotionally stressed her and created an unsafe environment." Clara watched my reaction closely. "Is there anything you want to tell me?" I laughed under my breath. "She's lying. She's doing this because she got caught." "So you two were in a relationship?" Clara asked. "Yes, and she left me for Ryan," I said. "They're trying to cover their tracks." Clara sighed. "I figured something was off. The timing is too convenient." I leaned forward. "Clara, I didn't do anything to her." "I believe you," she said. "But HR still needs to review it." My head dropped. "Great. So everyone will think I'm unstable." Clara softened a little. "Focus on your work. Let me handle the rest." I nodded quietly and walked out of her office. As soon as I stepped into the hallway, I heard someone call, "Are you okay?" I turned and saw a girl I didn't recognize. She had dark hair tied back in a loose ponytail and warm brown eyes. "I'm fine," I said, though I knew I wasn't. "You don't look fine," she replied gently. "I'm Ava, the new intern." I forced a smile. "Welcome to the chaos." She laughed softly. "Rough morning?" "Rough month," I admitted. She hesitated. "If you need someone to talk to, I'm around." I raised an eyebrow. "Why would you offer that to a stranger?" "Because you look like you're carrying something heavy," she said. "And because I've been the person no one asked about." Her words hit harder than I expected. "Thanks. I might take you up on that." Later at lunch, she sat across from me and said, "So, what happened today?" I sighed. "Lena filed a false complaint." Ava frowned. "Why would she do that?" "Because she and Ryan want to ruin me," I said. "They're building a story where I'm the villain." Ava leaned forward. "Then don't let them." I exhaled. "I'm trying." She stared at me for a moment. "You look like someone who's used to being quiet about his pain." "I guess I am," I said. "Talking about it feels weird." "Maybe weird is good," she said. I chuckled. "Maybe." When I returned to my desk, Oliver whispered, "What did Clara say?" "Lena made things worse," I said. "She filed a complaint." Oliver muttered, "She's pushing too far." "I know," I said. "She wants me to break." Oliver shook his head. "Don't give her that satisfaction." I stared at my hands. "I won't. Not anymore." As the day ended, Ava passed by and said quietly, "If tomorrow's rough, come find me." Her voice was soft, but it steadied something inside me. Maybe I wasn't okay yet. But for the first time in weeks, I felt like I didn't have to drown alone. I stayed late that night, hoping the office would finally give me a break. But when I walked into the parking lot, I heard voices, two voices I knew too well. Lena laughed loudly. "Did you see Ethan's face today?" I almost felt bad. Ryan snorted. "Almost. But hey, we got what we wanted. That project promotion was ours the moment he trusted us with the groundwork." I froze behind a row of cars. Lena said, "He really thought we were helping him. Poor thing." Ryan chuckled. "Backup plans should never expect respect." My chest tightened. Backup plan. Used. Played. I stepped forward before I could stop myself. "So that's what I was to you?" Lena jumped. "Ethan, where did you come from?" I stared at them. "A backup plan?" Years of loyalty, and that's the best you can call me? Ryan raised a hand. Calm down, man. No, I said. I'm done being calm. Lena shifted uncomfortably. You weren't supposed to hear that. Then maybe you shouldn't have said it, I replied. Ryan smirked. Look, you're overreacting. Am I? I asked. You used me for that project. You both used me. Ryan shrugged. It's business. And the relationship? I asked Lena. Was that business too? She hesitated. It wasn't working. I laughed, but it came out cold. So you break me, ruin my name, steal my work, and then act like I'm dramatic for noticing? Ryan stepped closer. Look, just move on. I stared at him. I will. But not the way you expect. I walked away before they could respond. My hands were shaking, but something inside me felt sharper than it ever had. When I got home, Mia asked, Ethan? What happened? You look different. They used me, I said. For everything. Mia clenched her fists. I knew they were terrible, but this. I cut her off. I'm done crying. I'm done letting them ruin me. Mia's expression softened. Good. You deserve better than them. The next morning at work, Oliver noticed the change immediately. You okay? He asked. No, I said. But I'm finally waking up. Oliver nodded slowly. What happened? I heard them. They admitted everything, I said. They used me for the promotion. They think I'm weak. Oliver leaned back. Then prove them wrong. I will, I said. Later that day, Ava approached me at the elevator. You look intense. What's going on? I made a decision, I told her. Good or bad? She asked. Good, I said. Finally good. I'm done chasing people who don't care about me. Ava smiled softly. About time. I want to move forward, I said. Focus on myself. On my work. She tilted her head. Then start now. What do you mean? I asked. There's a leadership training program opening, she said. Clara mentioned it earlier. You should apply. I blinked. Me? After everything? Yes, you, she said firmly. You're smart. You work harder than anyone here. You deserve a chance. Oliver joined us. Ava's right. You should go for it. Let them see what real strength looks like. I looked between them. You two really believe I can do this? Absolutely, Oliver said. Completely, Ava added. I felt something spark inside me, small but real. Okay, I said. I'll apply. Ava smiled. Good. I want to see you win. Oliver clapped my shoulder. And I want to see their faces when you do. For the first time since the breakup, I felt my lungs open. Not fully, but enough. I wasn't healed. I wasn't whole. But I wasn't weak anymore. I was choosing myself. And that was the start of everything. I didn't realize how much time had passed until Clara stopped me in the hallway one morning. You look different, she said, narrowing her eyes. Stronger. You've been working on yourself, haven't you? I nodded. I had to. Falling apart wasn't an option anymore. Well, she said, handing me a folder, your effort shows. I want you to lead the new client expansion project. I froze. Me? Yes, you, she replied. Before you ask, yes, it's the same project Lena begged for. I chose you instead. Earn it. Her confidence hit me like a shockwave. I won't disappoint you. You'd better not, she said, but she smiled before walking away. The moment she left, Ava appeared beside me like she always somehow did. So, what was that? She asked softly. I held up the folder. Clara just put me in charge of a major project. Ava's eyes widened. Wait, the one Lena? Yeah, I said. That one. She let out a small laugh. Please tell me you're enjoying this at least a little. I'm trying to stay focused, I replied, though even I could hear the satisfaction in my voice. Focused is good, she said, nudging my arm lightly. But a little satisfaction won't kill you. I exhaled. This feels new. Like I'm finally becoming someone I'm not embarrassed to be. You were never someone to be embarrassed about, she said quietly. Her voice hit something deep inside me. Ava? I know, she said, taking a step back. We're taking it slow. I'm not pushing anything. Just proud of you. Her words stayed with me the whole day. When I entered the meeting room, Ryan was already there. He glanced at the folder in my hand. What's that? The project, I replied. His expression twitched. The expansion project? I nodded. Clara assigned me. He let out a disbelieving scoff. Seriously? Lena's been planning for months. Why would Clara pick you? Because I earned it, I said. Ryan sank back in his chair, muttering, "This is unbelievable." "It's not my problem if you don't like it," I replied, surprising even myself with the firmness in my voice. Later that afternoon, I was reviewing my notes when Clara walked into my office with someone behind her. "Mr. Kingston wants to speak with you." The CEO himself stepped in, adjusting his glasses. I almost stood too fast. "Sir, good afternoon." "Relax," he said with a hint of amusement. "I've been reviewing your quarterly reports. Impressive work. Your consistency is rare." I swallowed hard. "Thank you, sir. I've been trying to improve." "And succeeding," he said. "I expect even more from you on this project." Clara chose wisely. Hearing that from the CEO felt unreal. "I won't let you down." "I know," he said before leaving. As soon as the door closed, Clara crossed her arms. "You see? I wasn't exaggerating. Keep this up and I won't be the only one recommending you for leadership roles." I sat back stunned. I didn't think anyone noticed. I mean, after everything. "I noticed," she cut in. "People notice more than you think." When she walked out, my phone buzzed. A message from Oliver read, "Heard the CEO praised you. Drinks on me tonight." I laughed. "You just want gossip," I replied. "Absolutely," he wrote. "Don't keep me waiting." I put my phone down, but before I could stand, Ava appeared at the doorway. "You okay?" "I think so," I said. "Everything's changing so fast." "Good," she whispered. "You deserve change." I looked at her, really looked. The quiet steadiness in her eyes, the way she always seemed to show up at the right moment. "Ava, thank you for sticking around." "I'm here because I want to be," she replied. "Just promise me something." "What?" "Don't give your power back to the people who didn't value it." I felt something settle inside me, solid, steady, unshakable. "I won't," I said. "Not ever again." And for the first time, I knew it was true. I walked into the office Monday morning and felt the subtle shift immediately. People whispered as I passed, glances lingering longer than before. Ryan sat at his desk, fingers drumming nervously. Lena wasn't there yet, which was unusual. I stopped by Oliver's desk. "You see that?" He followed my gaze. "Yeah, it's like the air changed overnight." I shook my head. "I didn't do anything, but they look smaller." Oliver smirked. "Good. They finally get to feel a little of what you felt." Later I heard chatter from the break room. Two colleagues whispered about Ryan's project. I heard it tanked. The client pulled out yesterday. "Really? But Ryan was supposed to lead that," the other said. I tried not to smile. Karma was quiet, but it was arriving. When Lena finally came in, she looked like she hadn't slept. Her makeup was smudged and her eyes were red. I saw her duck into the restroom before anyone else could notice. I felt nothing. The man who would have begged for her attention was gone. Oliver leaned toward me. "You okay seeing her like that?" I shrugged. "I'm not the same guy. Let her cry. Let her feel her own mess." Then Clara called me into her office. "Ethan, I need you to lead the next team project." I raised an eyebrow. "Even with Ryan?" "Yes," she said firmly. "He's on the team. You need to manage it." I leaned back in my chair. "That's awkward." "Good," she said. "Use it." When I returned to my desk, Ryan's expression froze as he noticed the folder in my hand. "What's this?" "Your new assignment," I said casually. "We're on the same team. You and me." He tried to laugh. "Seriously? You leading this?" "Yes," I said, staring him down. "Apparently, Clara sees potential in people who actually deliver results." He swallowed. "Right, okay." I sat down across from him and opened my notes. "You'll want to focus, Ryan. The client expects excellence." He muttered, "Of course." The tension was thick, but I let it sit there like a silent mirror. Later that afternoon, I heard Lena sobbing in the restroom. I could hear it clearly, but I kept walking. She wasn't my concern anymore. I sent a message to Ava. "Team project starts tomorrow. You ready?" Her reply came quickly. "Always. You've got this." I smiled, feeling the calm confidence grow inside me. The next day, during the first team meeting, Ryan tried to dominate the conversation. "I think we should." I interrupted gently but firmly. "We'll all contribute, Ryan. Everyone has input." He looked frustrated, but he listened. I noticed other team members nodding. Respect was slowly shifting. Lena's rumors and Ryan's arrogance couldn't compete with consistent results. People were seeing the truth. I wasn't weak. I wasn't naive. I had simply been overlooked because I wasn't loud enough. Oliver leaned over during the coffee break. "You're killing it." Everyone's noticing. I nodded. Finally. They see it and there's nothing they can do. Ava smiled from across the table. You've changed, Ethan. I have, I admitted. And I'm not going back. By the end of the week, Ryan was stumbling through tasks. Lena's name came up only in hushed gossip and my team was thriving. I realized then quietly that power isn't about noise or manipulation. It's about steady strength. And for the first time, the mirror didn't reflect their failures. It reflected mine, my rise, my control, my calm after the storm. And that was enough. I got the call just as I was reviewing my notes. Clara's voice was calm but firm. Ethan, HR needs you in the conference room. Now, bring all documents related to the Thompson account. Okay, I said, my stomach twisting. What's going on? You'll find out there, she replied before hanging up. When I walked into the conference room, Ryan and Lena were already there. I noticed immediately, they wouldn't even look at each other. Ethan, HR manager said, we need your input. You worked closely with both of them. I nodded. Of course. Ryan, the manager continued, we've discovered ideas from the marketing department in your latest pitch. Can you explain? Ryan opened his mouth. It was a team effort, just collaboration. Collaboration. I asked, voice quiet but pointed. Because I remember submitting my research weeks ago. You had full access. Ryan's face paled. I didn't. You copied them, I said, letting the words hang. He stammered, I thought it would enhance our proposal. And Lena, the manager said, turning to her. You were aware of this? Lena's lips trembled. I didn't know it was serious. Really? I asked. Because you signed off on every slide Ryan submitted. Her eyes filled with tears. I didn't want to get in trouble. I cut in softly. You thought I would cover for you both? Ryan's jaw tightened. He's twisting everything. I leaned back calm. I'm not twisting. I'm stating facts. The HR manager scribbled notes, glancing between us. We'll need written statements from everyone involved. Ethan, you're our key witness. I nodded. I'll provide everything. Ryan leaned forward. Ethan, come on. You don't have to do this. We were friends. Friends? I echoed. Friends don't steal and lie to ruin someone's reputation. Lena's voice shook. Please, can you just say it wasn't my fault? I didn't answer. After the meeting, they tried to follow me out. Ryan caught my arm. Ethan, wait. You can't just. I shrugged him off. I already said what needed saying. Lena grabbed my sleeve. Ethan, please. I need you. I'll lose everything. I stepped back and looked at them, really looked. They weren't the people who laughed at me months ago. They were small, desperate, scared. I can't help you, I said. Not anymore. But, Ryan started. I held up a hand. No. I'm done being part of your mess. Lena's lips quivered. Ethan, please. I shook my head and walked past them. Their voices called after me, but I didn't stop. Outside the building, I paused and exhaled slowly. The cold air hit my face, and for the first time in months, I felt something unfamiliar. Peace. Not satisfaction, not revenge, just peace. I leaned against the wall, closing my eyes. No anger. No hurt. No longing. They had wanted me to crumble. They had expected me to beg or plead. I didn't. I felt lighter than I had in weeks. Ava's message buzzed in my pocket. Lunch later? I smiled faintly and typed back. Yes. Needed. And as I walked to the elevator, I realized something. The power shift wasn't about them falling. It was about me standing tall. They could beg, cry, even blame me. It didn't matter. Because I wasn't the same man who had walked into that cafe months ago. I was free. Finally free. I was locking my car in the parking lot when I heard someone call my name. Ethan. I turned and saw Lena running toward me, her heels clacking against the asphalt. Her hair was messy, her makeup streaked with tears. Lena, I said calm. What are you doing here? She dropped her bag and stepped closer. I was wrong. I never meant to hurt you. I raised an eyebrow. Never meant to hurt me? Yes, she cried. I didn't know what I had. I didn't realize how much I was losing until it was too late. And now? I asked, crossing my arms. I need your help, she said, her voice trembling. If HR finds out about Ryan, I'll lose my job. You have to speak for me. Please, Ethan. I'm begging. I took a step back. You want me to fix the mess you made? After everything? Tears rolled down her cheeks. Yes, I'll do anything. Please. I can't lose everything. Before I could respond, Ryan appeared at the other end of the lot, out of breath and furious. "Lena," he shouted. "How could you betray me like this?" I stepped aside, letting them face each other. She turned, frantic. "Ryan, I'm not betraying you. You lied. You took everything, Anne. I trusted you," he yelled. "You used me. You went behind my back." "Stop it," Lena screamed. "You're blaming me for your own stupidity." They both stopped, breathing hard, glaring at each other. Ryan's eyes shifted toward me. "Ethan, you've got to say something. Tell HR I didn't." I shook my head slowly. "I'm not here to save either of you." "What?" Lena asked, her voice cracking. You won't help me?" "No," I said softly. "I won't fix what you both destroyed. That chapter is over." Ryan's face went pale. "But, Ethan, please. I trusted you. You were my friend." "I was your friend," I said, "and you threw that away along with everything else. You want to know what it feels like to lose someone who truly cared? Now you know." Lena's lips trembled. "Ethan, I didn't realize." "You didn't realize?" I asked, my voice calm, steady. "You didn't realize when you cheated, lied, and humiliated me? You didn't realize when you thought I was weak?" Ryan dropped his gaze. I didn't know it would hurt this much." "You think pain comes from intention?" I said. "Pain comes from actions. From betrayal. From destroying someone who trusted you. And now you both feel it. Finally." Lena sobbed, sinking to her knees. Ryan followed, clutching his hands to his face. I looked down at them, two people who had once stood above me, laughing, mocking, believing they were untouchable. "Ethan, please," Lena whispered. "I'm not here to save you," I said again. Ryan's voice cracked. "We didn't mean." "Too late," I interrupted. "You didn't think about me when it mattered. You don't get a second chance now." I turned, walking toward my car. The cold night air felt freeing against my skin. Behind me, I heard them crying, shouting, blaming each other, realizing for the first time what it truly meant to be powerless. I didn't look back. I didn't slow down. I wasn't angry. I wasn't bitter. I was finally at peace. For months, they pushed me into darkness. Tonight, I left them in it. And for the first time in my life, I walked away lighter, stronger, and free. I met Ava in the office kitchen one morning, coffee in hand, and just stared at her. "You okay?" she asked softly. I shook my head. "I don't know if I am, but I'm trying." She smiled, gentle, steady. "That's all anyone can do." Later, we found a quiet corner in the building's lounge. "I never thought I'd talk about any of it," I admitted. "Not the betrayal, not the lies, not the nights I couldn't sleep." Ava tilted her head. "You don't have to. But I'm here if you want to." I looked at her, really looked. "I do want to. I need to say it." "I'm listening," she said, her voice patient. I took a deep breath. I felt worthless. I trusted Lena. I believed Ryan was a friend. I gave everything and they laughed at me, used me, and tried to destroy me. I cried alone. I hated myself for being weak, for caring. She reached across the table, lightly touching my hand. "You didn't deserve any of that." Her words hit harder than I expected. "You mean it?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "Of course," she said. "You're loyal. You're kind. And none of that makes you weak." I swallowed. I felt so lost, like I'd never be the same. "You'll never be the same," she replied. "But that's not bad. You're stronger now. You survived what they put you through." I let out a long breath. "I want to believe that. I really do." "You will," she said, smiling. "One day at a time." We stayed there for a while, talking about everything and nothing. I realized I could finally open my heart without fear. Not just to her, but to life again. Days turned into weeks. I leaned on her, not as a crutch, but as support. She listened when I needed it. She stayed even when I wanted to push her away. Slowly, I started believing in myself again. At work, things changed too. Clara noticed my dedication and progress. "Ethan, your leadership is impressive. I'm recommending you for the next company-wide project," she said one afternoon. "Thank you," I said, feeling a steady confidence I'd never had before. Mr. Kingston himself called me into his office one day. "Ethan, your consistency and loyalty set you apart. I expect more from you and I know you'll deliver." "I will," I said, calm, certain. Every recognition, every achievement felt like reclaiming pieces of myself I'd lost. One evening, Ava and I walked home from the office together. "You're different," she said softly. "Calmer. Stronger. You're really living now, not just surviving." I looked at her and smiled. "I think I finally am." And it's because I chose to leave the darkness behind. I chose me. She squeezed my hand. And you're not alone. I know, I said, feeling warmth spread through me. Not alone anymore. For the first time in years, I felt steady. I felt safe. I felt alive. And for the first time, I knew the life I was building, slow, warm, strong, was mine to keep. Ava's presence, my growth, the respect I earned, it all reminded me of one truth: survival was never enough. I had finally started living. I walked into the cafe, the same one where it all began. The smell of coffee and pastries felt familiar, almost comforting. I chose a corner seat far from the barista and sat down. I ordered nothing. I didn't need it. I just wanted to sit, to think. The memory hit me instantly, Lena and Ryan laughing at the table by the window, holding hands like I didn't exist. My chest had felt like it would explode that night. But now, I sighed and whispered under my breath, they walked away like I was nothing. The words felt heavier, colder. But there was no anger anymore. Not even a flicker. A voice at my table startled me. Ethan? Everything okay? I looked up. It was Ava, smiling softly. I hadn't even realized she'd come in. I'm fine, I said. Just remembering. She sat across from me. Good memories? I shook my head and laughed quietly. Bad ones, actually. But I guess they taught me something. Ava tilted her head. Like what? That I'm stronger than I ever thought. That I don't need anyone to validate me. That the people who leave don't deserve me begging for them back. She reached across the table, her fingers brushing mine. And you've proven it. You've come so far, Ethan. I looked at her, a warmth spreading through me. I couldn't have done it without you. She smiled. I didn't do anything except stay. Sometimes staying is enough, I said. I leaned back in my chair, letting the memories wash over me. I remembered the nights I cried alone, the moments I felt worthless, the betrayal, the lies. But I also remembered standing tall, reclaiming myself, and finally realizing my worth. I whispered again, this time louder, more to myself than to anyone else. Now they're the ones begging for mercy. Ava squeezed my hand gently. That's the power of choosing yourself. I nodded. I finally understand it. I'm not the man I was months ago. I won't beg for anyone's love, not even hers, not even his. The cafe was busy, but I felt calm, untouchable. No guilt, no anger, no lingering pain. Just a quiet, steady strength. Ava stood and offered me her hand. Ready to go? I took it. Yeah, I'm ready. As we walked out together, I looked back once at the cafe, at the table where it all began. The memories were still there, but they no longer had power over me. I let them go, like leaves carried away by the wind. This is the first day of everything new, I said softly. Ava squeezed my hand again, smiling. I smiled back, feeling the weight of the past lift completely. The future wasn't promised. It wasn't easy, but it was mine. And for the first time, I was walking into it with a calm heart, full of hope, strength, and love I had earned. No one could take that away. Not Lena. Not Ryan. Not anyone. I was finally free, and I would never look back.